Arctic cold in place in the Mid-South, and that's leading to the snowfall that we're seeing right now. Taking a look at that snowfall, I've highlighted an area where we're seeing at least some enhanced amounts of snow. We've been talking about this band that's been getting set up across the Mid-South where we could expect some enhanced totals, and currently right now it looks to be very close to the I-40 corridor, if not a little bit south near the Mississippi-Tennessee line is really where I'm watching right now for the potential of some heavier snow totals as we go throughout this event. Taking a little bit of a closer look here in the Mid-South, you can continue to see some of that widespread snow really just moving through. We're expecting this for a couple more hours, but we are seeing a little bit of a wintry mix. So right now, snow in South Haven out towards Holly Springs, Tunica, and Helena, West Helena. You're also seeing some snow as well. But just to the south of that, we're actually seeing a little bit of a mix. This is our debris detector. It's also really good at telling us where we see the transition from snow to a wintry mix. And notice this yellow right here. This is indicative of at least some melting in the atmosphere. And we are getting some reports of sleet really from Holly Springs south towards Oxford, and as we get towards the 278 corridor down there, we're seeing a mixture of some sleet. So that's going to reduce some of the snow totals down that way. Let's talk about snow totals so far. 1.5 inches already in Memphis, 1.1 inches in Holly Springs, 1.4 inches in Oxford, 0.9 inches in Covington, and around 0.3 of an inch in Dyersburg, although a lot of places getting close to an inch of snow in the Memphis metro right now, including Bartlett. 14 degrees in Memphis, currently 11 in Truman, 13 in Forest City, 19 in Oxford, just downright cold as we go throughout the rest of tonight. We're going to see the chance for that moderate snow to continue through about midnight. We're going to see another round of snow as we go into your Monday with heavy snow possible, especially in the morning hours. And we should be wrapping up as we head into the evening. So as we take a look at things hour by hour going forward, you're going to see, we're going to see that snow continue through about midnight. Like we said, at least steady snow. And then as you get a little bit later into the overnight period, we could see some at least spotty showers before starting to see more widespread snow around 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, really lasting through about the early afternoon. That's when we do start to expect to really clear things out. So that forecast for accumulation remains the same, 4 to 6 inches, really along and south of I-40. Outside of that, around 1 to 3 inches. Take a look at that 7-day forecast going forward. It is going to be downright cold as we go throughout the rest of the week. And we are going to stay on air here online, so we're going to throw you off on TV here, but if you want to join us on our broadcast on digital, you can join us on social media and on our website, abc24.com. Let's go ahead and move over to our pictures and videos that you're sending in. If you want to send in any photos of the winter weather that we're currently seeing, you can send it to 901-321-7520. We'd absolutely love to share that on air. And speaking of that, we got some photos in from our viewers. So let's go ahead and pull those up and show you guys what's going on in absolute winter wonderland out in the Mid-South right now. We're going to start off with some photos here. And look at that cat enjoying the snow out on their balcony. Just definitely want to keep sure that your pets are staying warm. You can see the roads earlier today. We did have at least some dry snow on there, but everything is covered right now. Some absolutely great photos that we're getting in and videos from the viewers, and we'd absolutely love to see more of this because we are expecting more snow. We're only about, I would say, not even halfway through the event right now. So we're expecting photos like this to be even more wintry and really see even more coverage of snow. We're expecting around 4 to 6 inches here in the Memphis area and really outside of the I-40 corridor, around 4 to 6 inches, maybe some locally higher amounts. So some absolutely great photos here and great videos. We absolutely love for you guys to send in more of those. Again, that's 901-321-7520 that you can send those in. But we've been live streaming here on Facebook. We're going to see if we have any questions or any comments in right now, and it doesn't look like we have anything right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the radar one more time. I'm going to pull that up and we can go through what we're looking at specifically here on the radar to show you guys what we're seeing. If we can pull that up, you can see just downright cold. If we can pull up the other MAX system, guys, we'll be going off of that one. And you can see this is that band that we've been talking about. There's going to be this very small band of precipitation that's going to be a little bit heavier, where we are expecting maybe in excess of 6 inches of snow. Now, I think Memphis might be a little bit north of that right now. I'm going to zoom in right now where we currently are expecting potentially some of that heavier snow amounts. That's going to be DeSoto County, Marshall, and Tate, where we could see potentially more than 6 inches of snowfall by the time everything's done tomorrow afternoon. But But one thing is for sure, we are seeing at least all snow north of the Tennessee line. So once you get up towards Dyer County, Crockett County, towards Mississippi County and Arkansas and Lauderdale. This is an all snow event for you guys, a dry snow as well. So that bodes a little bit better for at least the clearing of major roadways. It sounds like from what we've been talking about crews over the last couple of days, they've been preparing the roads for the situation that we're dealing with right now. But they said once that snowfall does fall, it's going to be pretty easy to plow out just because it's going to be lighter in nature. So some good news there. But we have been talking about that switch over to sleet, and want to show you guys this one more time down to the south. So this is really once you're getting towards Tunica, Tate, southern Marshall counties, Panola, Quitman, Coahoma, and Lafayette counties, where we're starting to see that switch over from snow to a sleet snow mixture. And that's really going to do two things here. It's going to make the roads a lot slippier because we're dealing with ice compared to snow. We're dealing with ice pellets. And that means that we're going to see really slippery conditions down that way. But not only that, that also gets rid of that chance of seeing those higher snowfall totals down that way. Of course, we've had the forecast for around 2 to 4 inches in places like Oxford and down towards Clarksdale. So that's something we've been watching down there, is for that chance of a mix. We talked about it last night, and it looks like that's going to be the case. But just north of that, really once you get towards Hernando, South Haven, Holly Springs, or just north of Holly Springs, really DeSoto County, Marshall County, Benton County, that's where we could see some of those higher snowfall totals, even extending into Shelby County. So if you're in Midtown Memphis, or if you're down in Whitehaven, Raleigh, Fraser, Bartlett, over towards Cordova, Germantown, or Collierville, reasonably, I would not see anything keeping us from at least getting to 4 inches by the time things are said and done with this event. So let's switch back over to the radar right now and show you guys what's going on, at least out towards the west, because we do have at least some moisture out towards Arkansas that we've been watching. So you can see this extends out past Little Rock. So we have a couple more hours of constant snowfall expected, at least for tonight. That's going to last through about midnight. We're going to switch things over towards more spotty snow activity, and we can show that once again on our forecast model. I'll go ahead and pull that up, but you'll see that as you go into tonight, we are going to expect at least things become a little bit more spotty in nature. So here's a steady snowfall right now, temperatures in the teens, and that's where we're going to be staying really throughout tonight and into tomorrow. But we can see as you get towards 2 a.m., a little bit more spotty in nature. Now, I'm not fully bought on the switch over to ice in most of the viewing area. I think we stay snow north of the Tennessee line as we go into tonight. But notice we start to fill things back in as you get around 8 a.m. So if you had any plans for tomorrow morning, honestly, I would just stay inside. The roads are going to be dicey. And through about 1 p.m., we're going to see another round of steady snowfall, potentially heavy snow in the Memphis area and points southward. So something we'll be watching there. By about 3 to 4 p.m., we're starting to clear things out, and we should be getting a little bit better. Let's switch back over to the traffic and show you guys one more time what's going on. Of course, we've been talking about there's been some issues on I-55 right near the bridge here, and you can see that red being highlighted. In fact, that little loop that's right there on your screen is the ramp where the truck was actually a little bit over on its side. It was blocking the ramp there, and cars were not able to pass. So crews were trying to get out there to help the situation, help remove that truck. We haven't heard anything since then, but that's going to be the case for the rest of the couple of hours tonight, but also tomorrow morning. Just the chance of these types of accidents, they'll have you stuck out on the road. And when temperatures are in the teens, I mean, we went over this right now. Currently in Memphis, we're sitting right around 14 degrees, but with the wind, it's feeling even colder. We have a wind chill advisory out for the viewing area, a good portion of the viewing area, which means it's going to feel below zero tonight. You don't want to be stuck on the roadways in your car, so the best advice is going to be definitely to stay inside. Enjoy the snowfall from your house. Go make a snow angel. Go take in some videos, some photos. Of course, you can send that in to us, that number 901-321-7520. But we'd absolutely love that. So let me go ahead and do one last thing. We're going to pull up the 7-day forecast and just talk about the cold weather on the way. Or actually, we're going to pull up the snow totals first, then talk about the 7-day forecast. But one more time for you guys, around 4 to 6 inches here in Memphis and points south, really along the I-40 corridor. That we're expecting some of those heavier snowfall amounts. Clarksdale, Oxford, you're going to see a little bit lower amounts, and that's due to that sleet mixing in. And then north, we're just going to have lower snowfall rates in places like Covington, out towards Truman, Dyersburg, and even Millington could see some lower amounts than what we're seeing here in Memphis. But going forward, it's going to be all about that cold. And we want to reiterate the 4 P's of winter weather safety: the people, the pets, the pipes, the plants. You want to protect all of them as we're going throughout the next week. And the reason for that are those temperatures ahead. We're looking at downright Arctic air here in the Mid-South. So looking at our temperatures going forward, 15 is going to be your high for Monday, and that's honestly going to be at midnight tonight. I think we're going to be in the low teens as you get into your Monday afternoon. We're 10 degrees to start your Tuesday morning, 17 in the afternoon with mostly cloudy skies, and it's going to feel below zero many of these mornings. We're going to have wind chill advisories out multiple times through Wednesday with that low temperature of 5 degrees, 29 in the afternoon. Look at that, a balmy 37 as we get towards Thursday. But look at that, another chance of wintry precipitation late Thursday night and into Friday morning. And then we see another shot of cold air behind that. We are going to be below freezing once again Friday and into Saturday. So realistically, only a couple of hours potentially above freezing on your Thursday and your Sunday in the next 7 days. So definitely some cold weather. And we're going to continue to update not only that, but on the snow that's falling right now on the hour here at 8 o'clock. On digital, so that's going to be on social media, on our website, abc24.com, and also on air. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that, and of course, you guys stay safe out there.